Apparently they're here.
I don't care how long you two have been partners. James is my boyfriend now. Do you know what that means?
Well, he wears his good parade chaps a lot more.
Yes, he's less filthy, that's part of it. But the biggest change is that he can't possibly waste as much time as he used to hanging out with his loser friends.
I don't like you.
And I don't like you. So that covers everything we have in common. Now for the differences. I'm going to be with James all the time from now on. You're going to have to stay as far away from us as possible, or I'm going to make your life more miserable than I imagine it already is.
Hey, there's this whole brain-stealing thing going on that you should know about.
No? What about you? Oh. Hey, Lily.
Rasputin, not now!
Hey, JT. I could use a hired gun on this brain-stealing case I'm working on.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Raz. I'm a little preoccupied right now. Got a lot of figuring to do.
Yeah. Poor guy. Ooh, thought I was gonna miss that one real quick. Or, thought I was gonna miss it. Real quick. Last card, and... is that the... okay. Making sure that was the cave below me. Did I come back? No, I never came back for this. That's good. Yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. So I think that's everything in this area. So, yeah, I think other than that skull in that one area, that's everything I can get around the camp. So I'll go talk to Lily real quick, and then I guess head towards the brain tumbler to finish that off.
What are you listening to?
I can't quite make it out, but something coming out of those speakers reminds me of my nightmare.
What are you listening to?
I can't...
Okay. Alright, so I guess... what do I have? Oh wow, I have plenty of cobwebs. I'll head towards the Ford's base to
Let's go.
Yes, noble
change some
Psychomaster.
cobwebs. I like that. That's technically an upgrade you can get before you get the power it's used for. So you can upgrade it before you even get the power. I mean, obviously you can't use it until then, but it's still cool. Oh wait,
Where would you like me to
I wanted to
take
go
you,
to the
Agent
main
Vernon?
lodge real quick.
Drop me outside the main lodge.
So yeah,
Oh,
do that real
bring
quick.
me back a burger this time, will you?
Actually, I'm gonna do a quick save after all that. Alright, and then we will head up here where I think we're gonna have another story time with, what's his face? With the dog. What is his...
Kitty!
TV! Hacky sack!
Yes, hacky sack.
Oh no!
Vernon.
They're all brainless!
Hi, Raz.
Vernon, you're okay!
Yeah, we're great. Me and my pals Kitty and Frankie are just hanging out telling stories and watching the boob tube.
TV!
Vernon, look at them. They're zombies.
It did seem kind of weird when they let me get this close to them, and then they didn't mind when I talked all through the show. Kitty even agreed to go on a date with me, more or less. We're gonna play hacky sack.
Keep an eye on them, Vernon. I'm gonna go figure out what's causing this.
Roger that, Raz. Did you ladies know one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War was fought on the shore of this very lake? Yup, it's true. It happened back when this place was still an Indian summer camp and burial ground. A group of Union soldiers got separated from their regiment. Night was falling, and they were cold and scared of Dracula. Boo. I'm kidding. They were just terrified of getting shot. Though I'm sure any of them with any sense were afraid of Dracula too. They stumbled across an old building. You could still see it on the far side of the lake. So they decided to spend the night there. Little did they know, it was an abandoned Indian insane asylum built on a caveman burial ground. Yup. Little did they also know that a cursed fish lived in the asylum, and that he was an escaped lunatic, but from a different asylum. So even though he was actually living in an asylum, he was still counted as escaped. And what was his curse, you ask? Where his gills should have been, he had hooks. Yup, and where one of the hooks should have been, he had a lug. Yup, a lug. And instead of being about 14 inches long, he was 10 feet tall. But that wasn't the scariest thing. The scariest thing, the absolute scariest thing, and the thing that still makes the old-timers' blood turn to ice, and vice versa, is the part I said first about how he had hooks for gills. Oh, brr. Anybody need a hug? Anybody? No? Okay then, anybody mind if I tell that story again? Speak up now if you don't want to hear it again. Here we go. Did you ladies know one of the bloodiest
Maybe these guys
battles
are
of the
better off
Civil
without
War
their
was
brains.
fought on
They
the
seem so
shore of
nice
this
now.
very lake?
Vernon, you keep watch over these guys while I try to find their brains. I'm going back to Sasha's lab now to find out what's going on.
Take your time. I've got a lot of really good stories. It happened back when this place was still an Indian summer camp
apparently
and
it-
burial
We'll go
ground.
steady!
Turn your ice into blood? It's pretty gross. Okay, so I think it was time to head back to Sasha's. Pretty sure I got everything around here for now.
Where would you like me to take you, Agent Cruller?
Agent 9's lab, please.
With pleasure.
Finally finish off this level.
Okay. I'm a certified levitator now. Ready to roll.
I've been running some tests. It seems that the sensitive circuitry of the brain tumbler is picking up too much psychic interference to be safe. The thoughts of some other entity are interlacing with yours at a dangerous level, which explains many of the strange things you've seen. I must call off the experiments until we know more.
Sasha, there's no time. I think my vision about Dogen came true. I'm worried it's gonna happen to the others if we don't get to the bottom of this quick.
But we don't know where the foreign projections are coming from yet.
Is there a faster way to find out than sending me in there to investigate?
He's just like, sure, why not? You volunteered. I guess... Oh no, I'll come back in after I finish off this area to get the rest of what's in all these other areas. Okay, it starts you right next to this thing, luckily. Should just be the one last figment, right? Yep. And this won't work very well. I'll stop after this. Well, might work. I usually don't do this because I end up falling off at some point. Oh, I thought that was going to be the point. Cool. Got all the figments. Whatever.
Why are you screaming? All right, I remember. Oh, good boy. There's that pesky brain. Here's a tissue. Now, don't you feel better, my dear lad?
TV?
Of course! Right here! And this bad tooth, we'll just drop it in the old garbage chute. Now don't choose solid foods for 6 hours!
Lily!
TV?
I want to see the actual shot of them sneezing out their brain. It's whole. Like, how does that work? Does their nose just expand that much? Can I change the channel for him? No.
TV? TV?